Hey guys, this is Vicky Vegas, and I'm back here at Chinglish, my favorite Cantonese restaurant. It's a restaurant and wine bar. So the reason I'm saying I'm back is because tonight I'm going to let you experience, let you watch it. It's a wine and food pairing. So it's a 6-course meal, and they're gonna pair the wines from Copper Cane Wines and Provisions. So they're gonna tell us about the wine, and they're gonna tell us about the food and why they match. So it's a really good experience that you don't really see in all many restaurants. So I want you to experience it with me. Okay, so let's look forward to this. And thanks to my good friends Kitty and Ken Heck. They're both sommeliers, and that means they're wine experts and licensed at that. So they're going to show us what kind of experience you're gonna have when you pair the right wine with the right foods. Okay, so let's expect that.
Featuring Copper Cane Vineyards. The menu for everybody is on your table. You can see you have 6 courses of food, and we are ready to go. We are ready to feed you, but we also have five courses of beautiful Copper Cane wine. And at the end, because it's me and I wrote the menu, we're ending with either an old-fashioned or a Manhattan, and you can choose whichever one you prefer, because we all know I love wine and I love bourbon. So we're gonna have both of them tonight. All right, so before we get started, I just want to let you know the evening is going to roll like this. We're going to talk through a wine. We're going to explain the tasting notes. We're going to explain the pairing. And once we've explained both the tasting notes and the pairing, we're going to feed you. But you're going to have the wine in front of you for the tasting notes, and then you're going to have the food. All right? And with that, I'm going to introduce my partner in crime tonight. His name is Trevor Firking, and he is from Copper Cane Vineyards, and he is going to be talking through our wines.
Copper Cane or Bell Gloss, Quilts, the Wagner family. But before we get into the first dish, I want to kind of talk about who we are, what we do, and then as we kind of go through, well, like Ken said, we'll explain every wine that you're tasting. Every wine that we make about 26 wines. They're all made by Joseph Wagner. So, son of the current winemaker for Cantonese Vineyards. That's usually where I get people kind of recognizing some of the brands. And he was also the original creator and founder of Mayomi. So, you know, I feel like all of us have been presented a glass of Mayomi Pinot Noir at one point in our life. He sold that off in 2014 for a lot of money, and then reinvested that into our company, Copper Cane. And now we have 6 brands, 26 wines, and we're the #2 ranked winery in the United States at the moment. So, all kind of, what's that?
Based on sales?
Coolness, definitely based on that. Based on growth. But we have, you know, as we talk about the wines, I'll talk about how successful each brand has become. We're not a small company, but we are a family-owned winery. So at some point, you know, we're not selling as much Snoop Dogg Red Blend, but we've got a lot of good stuff at a lot of different price points, and we offer what we like to call affordable luxury wine. So, you know, kind of the main story is Joe, you know, kind of cut his teeth on Bell Gloss. He launched Bell Gloss in 2001 when he was 19 years old. He was the crazy son of a famous Napa Valley Cabernet family that decided to make Pinot Noir. And Bell Gloss is where it all started. And so I'll talk about more about the Pinot and the brand. But, you know, we're known for red wine. Nobody really knows that we have this fantastic rosé. It's a Pinot Noir Blanc. All that means is just a little bit less skin exposure on the wine, but a beautiful Sonoma County rosé. Camus is famous for Cabernet. They launched their first vintage in 1972, but before they released their cab, they released a rosé, and that was their first release. So the family's been making rosé for 50 years. I think we've perfected it. It's most likely going to be a great pairing because I've had the food here and it's phenomenal. But I'll kind of get up and tell you a little bit more about the story. I know some of you are here on date night, some of you are here for good wine. So I don't want to bore you guys, but please enjoy. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you soon. Cool? Cheers. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to get started. If you look at the menu on your table, you can see we're starting with dumplings, and here they come. Pardon my reach. Pawpaw's chicken dumplings.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
These are chicken dumplings.
These are Pawpaw's handmade chicken dumplings. And we feel that the light and the crispness of this wine is going to pair beautifully. You've got a light chicken and just a little hint of fat inside. It's going to be beautiful together. The mouthfeel is really what we were going for. Please enjoy Pawpaw's chicken dumplings. Because there's a little hint of the fattiness and the softness of the dumpling goes nicely with the crispness of the wine.
And this rosé is fabulous.
Oh, I'm glad you like it.
Really good rosé. Some of them are kind of like me.
Well, a lot of rosés tend to be on the sweeter side.
Yeah.
This one we find it to be that's a little less sweet. It's a drier rosé, and so it's a better food wine. Exactly, Brian. Exactly. You get it. So how are we doing?
Wonderful.
So what do we think about the rosé with the dumplings? Any thoughts?
Yeah, good pairing.
Good pairing. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay.
I'm not a rosé person, but this rosé is awesome.
Well, we specifically went with a drier rosé, and that was important. And someone at the last table was just saying the same thing you said. Normally, rosé is sweet, and I don't love it, but this one is a drier rosé, and it's an easier. And you find which things that we feel go better with it. So in this one, we wanted something light and easy to start the meal with, because remember, you had that wine on your table and in your hand before you had any food. So you don't want to start with an overpowering wine. You want to start with something nice and easy drinking. So we start there.
Like green beans.
Green beans would have gone actually very nicely with this. Yes.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. I'm glad.
Interrupt you. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the second wine. So I'm going to, throughout the night, I'll kind of move around so that I'm not yelling at all of you. But the second wine is Bowen Chardonnay. So kind of going back to Joe's roots with Mayomi, you know, this was a wine that is what we call the Tri-County Pinot Noir. So the grapes are coming from Santa Barbara, Sonoma, Monterey, and you get a nice blend of, you know, 3 different characteristics from the 3 different regions in California. When he sold that brand, there was a non-compete clause. So he couldn't come out with another California Pinot Noir or Chardonnay with grapes from the same 3 regions. That ended, we launched our brand Bowen. Bowen means the farm. So, you know, he created this cult wine that all of a sudden people are classifying him as, you know, more of like a mass-produced wine, but he's in the business of quality winemaking. And so Bowen is kind of a testament to his farming roots. You know, really a wine is showcased through the climate, the soil, the love put into producing the wine. That's kind of the idea behind the brand. With our Chardonnay, I think it's one of our hidden gems. Everybody knows us for our Belgalas Pinot and our Quilt Cab. I think this is a beautiful Chardonnay. 91 points, wine enthusiast. In terms of tasting notes, you get really nice tropical notes. We strip our barrels before we age the wine, so you get very subtle oak. So if you like oaky Chardonnay, it's there. If you don't like oaky Chardonnay, it's subtle. And then on that note too, you get that like creamy mid palate. So you Chardonnay drinkers are very picky. You like one specific style of Chardonnay. So we tried to find something for everybody in this wine. It's got a really nice acidity. Like I said, really nice fruit tones. That's something we specialize in, is what we call fruit forward wine, which makes it great for food pairing. So I think we have like some lollipops coming out or something, but I hope that this is a good pairing. I know the last one was the spice in the dumplings was really nice with the acidity of the rosé. So enjoy your second dish.
So the pairing here is the pork char siu lollipop. Now it might seem strange to be pairing, a pork with a white wine. But as you take a sip of this wine, and I encourage you all to try it right now, and I see this table Jean-Marie is serving you right now. If you take a little sip of it, there's a little bit of weight to this wine. There are some Chardonnays that you drink it and it's very loose, very light. This one has just a little bit of weight to it, which helps it stand up to a meat, a pork dish. Okay, so as you take a sip of this, try to imagine a lightly sweet piece of pork, and just wait about 30 seconds and it'll be right in front of you. All right, so enjoy.
Cheers.
Thank you.
I have a bottle from it in the house. And I had a 2014 white pork.
Works out great. Because I get up in the morning. I've been up since 5:30 this morning. A cup of coffee and the road at like 9:30.
All the food was a little different to us, but we had this Peking duck where they wrapped it and they had the sauce. This is that sauce.
Similar,
right?
So it's the same oven, and we do a phenomenal Peking duck here. You're not going to have it this evening, but if you come back another time and you don't order it, that's on you.
We're gonna have a taco. We're gonna have a Peking duck.
You're about to have the Peking duck taco, so you're not getting the crispy skin, but we actually turned it into a taco because we like to have a little bit of fun.
Amazing.
I'm glad you're having a good time.
So with the boat season on the brink.
Number 3, I'm sorry, I apologize. This is probably my favorite wine to talk about because it is our claim to fame. So Belglas Pinot Noir. If you haven't seen what a bottle looks like, I'll pull one out in a little bit. It's the red wax. We make 5 different single vineyard Belglas Pinot Noirs. Not that many people know that. So we get people that have been saying, I love Belglas, I've been drinking Belglas for 20 years. I ask them which one's their favorite. They say the one with the red wax. They all have that. So really what we're trying to do is provide something for everybody's preference. Stylistically, they're all the same. They're medium, fuller bodied, fruit forward. Some people like to say jammy, but they have a little bit more texture. We like to call them chewy Pinot Noirs. Typically Pinot is light and it's bright red fruits, earthy, very specific types of food that you can pair with it, or something like this holds up with gamey meats, red meat, ribs, chicken, seafood. It has the acidity to pair with some lighter foods, and it has the texture to hold up with some heavier foods. What you guys have is our dairyman. So like I said, Joe launched Belglas in 2001. He's 19 years old. He's just trying to feel it out, and it blew up. So he decides to add a Monterey vineyard and then a Russian River Valley Sonoma vineyard. He bought an old dairy farm, planted some Dijon clones, and named the wine Dairyman. So those are our 3 iconic vineyards. We have Clark and Televone, Los Alturas, and Dairyman, which is Santa Barbara, Monterey, and Sonoma in that order. They are the number 1, 3, and 4 selling Pinot Noirs in the United States in what I say is this affordable luxury category. You really can't go wrong. If you like one, you like them all. For this one in particular, you're gonna get, it's Russian River Valley, so you're gonna get this like classic dark fruit, berry pie, smooth, long, lingering finish with something savory like Peking duck. I'm sure it's gonna be phenomenal. Just a little story on Belglas. So Belglas is his grandmother's maiden name. So Lorna Belglas Wagner was one of the co-founders of Caymus. But if you look at every bottle of Caymus dating all the way back to 1972, it says Chuck Wagner. So this is kind of a little homage, a little shout out to Grandma. She was his mentor. He started hand dipping the red wax in her garage. That was his first office. Ever since then, this has become an iconic Pinot Noir. I hope you enjoy. If you haven't had Belglas before, it looks and tastes nothing like Pinot Noir that you're used to. And I'll talk about how we get it to taste like that on the next wine, okay? But I'm assuming Ken's gonna tell you about the tacos.
So who doesn't like a taco, right? So what we did here was we took our signature Peking duck taco, signature Peking duck, and instead of putting it into a crepe and making you do the work, we thought we'd make it easy for you. It's now in a little beautiful taco with a little bit of hoisin. There's already over the top the green onion and the cucumber chopped up, so all you have to do is pick it up and go to town with it, guys. So please enjoy it, have a little fun. It's meant to be a little bit silly and a little bit frivolous, so enjoy.
Okay, that's Jennifer Bradley, the famous Jennifer Bradley, and of course the other famous Kitty Heck. Yeah, she's her parents are in charge of the kitchen. They're actually cooking authentic Cantonese. Perfect. Ooh. Cheers!
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, guys!
Thank you for having us.
Oh.
Well, I mean, like, if, you know, he's his own guy, right? But if I was a if I was the son of a winemaker, my wine would probably taste a little bit like his, you know? So there's some similarities. If you like Famous or, you know, his brother and sister make wine too, Emelo, Conundrum, Marseillais, they're all made in a similar style. But anyways, this is typically one of those wines that you don't enjoy a glass of Bellegois, even if it's not your preference, if you don't enjoy it. Actually, we made these to bring to our Nevada market. So this is, we're about to get into quilt. We actually produce everything in our Napa Valley facility. Joe's one guy with a lot of wine, so he likes to keep a tight control on it in one facility. So even our Oregon wine is trucked to Napa and produced there. So naturally, our tasting room is in Napa Valley, and it's named after our Napa Valley brand quilt. So I'm just giving one of these to everybody. This is you take this to our tasting room and you get club member benefits for a day. So complimentary tasting. Whatever the club member discount is, I think it's 25% off wine purchases. But
Can I see it?
if you frequent,
I'll look at it. I'll look at it.
if you don't, give it to someone who does.
Thank you.
Or go try to cash it somewhere. See what happens.
Same on the other side.
But
Wow.
yeah. You just gotta. It's like anything.
25% off. Wow.
You know, don't look
Great.
suspicious when you try.
Thank you.
Maybe you'll get it. Thank you so much for coming.
Okay, so here we have a Singapore noodle. Wow, you want the...
Everybody else wants the fork out. I guess it that lived in luck.
The what look?
Lived in.
Lived in. Fantastic. All right, so here what we're doing is we're talking about some Singapore noodles. Singapore noodles are a glass noodle, some dry curry spice, some char siu, some prawns. It's a beautiful dish, a little bit spicy, a little bit heat getting to the back of your throat, and that's where it's going to be meeting up with the Cabernet Sauvignon Reserve. So when you have this Cabernet, it's not a super heavy cab. A lot of Cabernets tend to punch you in the face. This one kind of gives you a hug, has a nice persistent ending with the tannic structure in the back, and that'll meet at the back of the throat. So please enjoy.
I love it.
Because I love talking about this wine. You absolutely may, but I want you to enjoy it too, because I love talking about how this wine ends with a tannic structure at the back of the throat, and the dry curry spice meets it right there at the back of the throat. And I love talking about it. So if you want to talk about it, go for it.
Yeah,
you can go table to table.
Actually, I'll talk about, on the red blend, I'll talk about Quilt as a brand.
You can do whatever you want. You know,
I'm gonna
your
enjoy
part
this
is,
right
I want you to have some fun too.
Okay, perfect.
Isn't that an amazing wine?
It's good.
It's a fun wine.
Really good.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
such a red wine drinker. I love this. Actually like the other one too.
well, I know you're normally a Bellegois, just a huge fan of that, but
Yes, but this is really yummy.
yeah, to me, because I'm not a huge cab fan, whereas Kitty is. But to me, this cab, it checks all the boxes of a Cabernet, but it's soft and it's smooth, and I hate to use words like supple and velvety, but it really fits. Right?
What do you like if you don't like cabs?
I like this cab. very much.
What's your other favorite cab?
Another cab that I like, look, I love the Macaulay Tocolon Vineyard Cabernet. It's a beautiful wine. It's big, it's bold, but again, it knows how to kind of finish a little more gently. I don't want it to be super spicy. I don't want heavy tannins. I don't want to have to brush my teeth after I have a glass of Cabernet. And so that one does a nice job as well. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of this wine. But it's rude to talk about another wine when we're sitting in the presence of this one. Right?
All right, I'm so sorry. This is one of my last interruptions. So you guys, right now in your glass, the one that was most recently given to you was our Quilt Fabric of the Land Red Blend. Previous to that was our Reserve Cabernet. So I just want to let you enjoy your dinner, but talk about Quilt once as a whole. This right here is our Napa Valley Cabernet. This is the #3 selling Cabernet in the United States. If you're going to buy wine, this is available wherever you go. What you had first was the Reserve. So just talking about Quilt Cab in general, it's 100% Napa Valley Cab, but hence the name Quilt. It's a patchwork of Napa Valley. So you get Joe's basically his 7 favorite sub-appellations of Napa. So we're pulling some mountain fruit, some floor fruit. You get Calistoga, Coombsville, Howell Mountain, Atlas Peak, Stag's Leap, Rutherford, St. Helena. And but what's really nice about that is, number one, we have the ability to provide an affordable Napa Valley Cabernet, which those usually don't go in the same sentence. But at the same time, we also have a consistent blend every year. So if Calistoga has a tough year, then we pull less of that fruit, pull more Howell Mountain, and we get Joe's perfect blend every vintage. What else? Naturally, it's same style as Camus, so you're going to get some of those similarities, softer tannins, approachable, fruit forward. Like our Pinot Noir is made more for a cab drinker. On the flip side, our cab is made more for a Pinot drinker. So we're looking for something that you can put in the middle of the table, and no matter what your preference is, everybody's going to enjoy a glass. That's the idea with Quilt. With the Reserve, it's the same fruit, same vineyards. We're just setting aside the best 2% of the fruit. So it's called a barrel selection. And then we do 6 more months in barrel, 2 more years in bottle. So if you were to go buy a bottle of Quilt Cab right now, it's a 2019 vintage. The Reserve is a 2017. Okay. And then now you have the Red Blend. So this is actually, I'm geeking out a little bit. I think the Red Blend is very loosely defined, but this is a fun blend. It's primarily Petit Syrah, and then Petit Verdot, Merlot, Zinfandel, big, bold, heavier than our Reserve Cab. What are we eating with this?
So we have paired this big, beautiful fruit-forward blend with beef sauté skewers, because we've got this big bite of meat to end the meal, and hopefully it'll meet at the back of your throat with the spicy curry, and you're welcome. So guys, you've got this beautiful beef skewer, and it pairs so beautifully with this fruit forward blend. Please enjoy it. But I have something extra going on. We have a gift for us tonight from Copper Cane. And I figured everyone in the room, we all love gifts, but none of us really needs it. Right here in my hand was a gift from Copper Cane Vineyard for us tonight. And I thought that was really amazing, but I said, guys, you've done so much. You came down, you're supporting, you're participating. They said, no, we want you to have it. I said, no. And we're all being so nice. So we're going to do something different tonight.
Poker tournament.
Okay, what I have here in my hand is a Magnum 1.5 liters of Pinot Noir Clark and Telephone. Okay, it retails for about 120, 100. I'm going to auction this off. As you know, we're participating in Restaurant Week. And it ended last week. However, we opted to go on for an additional week, and it ends tomorrow. So any of the proceeds from this auction right here are going to go to Restaurant Week. So do I have any bidders on a 1.5 liter Clark and Telephone Pinot Noir. We're going to start the bidding at $50. I got 50. 50. Do I got 60? 60. I got 60. Do I have 70? 70.
100.
Let's go to 100. Do I have above 100? Where are we going? 110. 120.
140.
Keep it coming. 140. Hey, I hear you guys are quiet over there. Come on. Don't. Come on.
150.
I got a 150. Do I have anyone above 150 for Clark and $500 for Clark and Telephone. Going once. Wait, are you backing out? She was full. Okay, no, that's okay. My misunderstanding. We're back at 150 here. 150 going once.
170.
170. We have 2 more bottles. Don't worry. Don't be shy. 170 going once. Twice. We're good at 170, Brian. Thank you so much. Brian Elliott, thank you so much. Next we have
For 170 or 170, right?
yes.
So you just created 510 meals in the valley for 3 weeks. Thank you so much. For families in need, we appreciate you.
So what's amazing about 3 Square is for $1 donated, they can create 3 meals. That's just how efficient they are. So again, that was how many meals?
510 meals.
510 meals. Thank you so much, Brian. Well, let's do it again. We have the Bel Gloss Las Alturas.
Starting at 600 meals. 120.
$120 to start. Now, guys, the reason these have names, you had the Dairyman tonight. This is Clark and Telephone before, and here's Las Alturas. These are single vineyard grapes that go into each one of these.
140.
140 from Las Alturas. I got 140. Do I hear 160? 160. Do I have 170? 70. Do I have one? Let's go to 200. Anyone at 200? I see a hand up, but I think he's just pointing at me. 200 right here. 200. Do I have anything above 200? Going once, twice. Thank you, Kathy. 200.
Thank you very much.
We'll collect your $800 donation. All right. Now, I wish. Let me tell you what this is. Okay, so here we have a Cabernet Sauvignon. It is not a reserve, but it is a beautiful Cabernet. 1.5 liters, normal retail.
$5,000. It's the same as Bel Gloss.
Okay, so it retails for about $110 to $115. Where are we? Let's start at 75.
How about if we start at 200?
Start at 200, Fred Horowitz. Dr. Horowitz, you are a classy man. What's that? 400 for the 450. 450 here, Dr. Horowitz. Do I have 500? Do I hear 500? He's shorter than you.
Let's make it 500.
500 even. 500 going once. Going twice. Thank you so much, Dr. Horowitz. Thank you. That's beautiful. So, guys,
How many people did he feed?
we have just fed 2,610 extra meals. That was 2,610 extra meals. Thank you so much. Kitty will be collecting your money. Guys, thank you so much. All right.
I asked Kitty. She said we can bring it to the restaurant. We can all share it.
Absolutely. Skewers, let's get ready for dessert, so finish up your meal, please.
Very good.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. Classy.
Cheers, Dad.
I have nothing.
It's a good cause.
It is. It's a great cause.
doctor bought the bottle of wine for $500, and that'll feed 15
meals.
for per square. Wow, so worth it. Yeah, for charity. Look at these beautiful beef skewers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't drink alcohol, so I'm gonna enjoy the beef, enjoy the food. And my favorite actually that came earlier was the duck in taco shell, soft taco. Super delicious, super delicious. Yep, that's it. Look at it. Oh, so soft and tender. Okay, guys, I have the skewers here. Super delicious. It's like steak bites, you know? And the flavor is so good, and I can taste a little peanut, and I love peanuts. So, yeah, look at it. How delicious. Oh. Super. Wow. This is probably gonna be good with red wine, but unfortunately I don't drink, so it's probably gonna be good with Coke or Diet Coke. And they have these veggies right here. I take out the veggies, but they're actually good, you know. They give flavor to your whatever you're eating. This one is kind of sweet. It enhances the flavor of like the peanut sauce. You know, I can tell that there's peanut sauce. Very good. Oh my god, it's so delicious. Okay. Wow. After this, they said this is the last dish. They had pot stickers. They had this noodles. Very good. My favorite was the duck taco, and this steak. Absolutely good. Remember, we're in Chinglish. Come here and taste their food because it's excellent. And it's actually authentic Cantonese food. So come over. Chinglish is in Charleston and West Charleston and Marialdo. So yum. All right, I'll see you.
The last course, you know I love me a good bourbon. So this here is a rare character bourbon, 5 years in an initial oak cask, an additional 6.5 months in an Old Taylor aged bourbon cask. So you're gonna get a little bit of heat. Actually, I'm gonna get a little bit of heat, followed by a little caramel, a little vanilla, and then it's a palate cleanser. Now what you have in front of you is either a Manhattan, which is a little sweet vermouth and a little bit of bitters to go with it, or an old fashioned, which is a little smoother, a little lighter, and I hope you enjoy it. We're pairing that with a cheesecake, house-made Japanese style, raspberry top cheesecake. Again, everything is house-made, even our bourbon, guys. So enjoy it, enjoy the cronut next to it, and guys, you've been a wonderful group to host. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed. You are drinking Chinglish bourbon. Yeah.
You like the bourbon?
Awesome.
Awesome?
Bourbon is awesome.
Oh boy.
Top drawer. This cheesecake is awesome.
That's great.
The whole event has been awesome. Excellent. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
How about you, sir? Friend.
So good.
Oh, which one do you like?
I like the cheesecake and the bourbon.
Oh, they go together, huh?
Yes.
Wow, amazing. I didn't even know that they did. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers to Chinglish bourbon.
What about the dessert?
Puff pastry.
It's gone.
Fantastic.
I took it down like Joey
Let me see.
Chestnut.
What happened? What happened?
Lick the plate.
What did you say, sir?
I said it's gone. I took it down like Joey Chestnut.
Okay. All right. So the wine matches with the cheesecake.
No, the bourbon.
Oh, the bourbon. Oh, all right. Okay. Cheers. All righty. Thank you.
Thank you, Vicky.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Vicky Vegas.
Thank you. Subscribe. Thank you. Oh, the younger brother of?
Mario Lopez.
Wow, so cool. Thank you. So do I get a lot of hits?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Look at him. Look at him. Yeah. Take a good look.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you.
Very, very good. Everything was fantastic.
Did you like the bourbon?
He has the bourbon.
Okay. How was it? Oh, very good. And it matches the food, the dessert. Oh, wow. Yep. Oh, that's
How does
beautiful.
that taste compared to like other bourbons that you're used to drinking?
I don't know. It tastes amazing. It's perfect.
Oh, you didn't have bourbon.
No, I'm gonna drive home.
Oh, okay. Designated driver. Very good. Thank you. Okay, so this is Al Mancini. His podcast is Food and Clothing.
Clothing Podcast. New episodes drop every Friday. Please check it out. Also, download the Neon Feast app. Learn about great restaurants like this. Wow, I'm sorry. I should be eating and I'm pimping myself, but it's fun. We love Chinglish. Chinglish is one of my favorite restaurants. Come here all the time. It's great to be here for their wine tasting. I missed their last event, so get on their list, get on their mailing list, make sure you come to these special events. And if you're lucky, you get to sit with the cool kids table because these people are loud and they know how to drink.
Like I said, what he said. Yeah, what he said.
All right. So Ken's back. Okay. He's our main chef. He's the dad of Kitty Heck.
I suppose Dad needs no introduction, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Dad is the reason why I don't know how to cook. Because I grew up kind of spoiled when Dad and Mom make everything from scratch, and I get to eat like this every day. And you can see you can still eat healthy and delicious. And I'm so proud of my parents for everything they do for us. And we just, Chinglish is a project and a labor of love. We just want to share everything that they do with all our friends and family and with everyone here. So thank you for being here.
So you do a lot of fundraisers. When is the next one?
Oh, so the next one, July 24th, Sunday, mark a calendar. We're gonna turn Chinglish into a beer garden.
Wow.
We're gonna be fundraising for Las Vegas Women in Metro and as well as Las Vegas Fire and Rescue. So all of the proceeds will be donated 100% to both the organization. Please come on by. We invited a bunch of local distilleries, local breweries, local supporting local, as well as bringing it back to our community. So please come on by. It'll be a fun event.
All right. So July
24th, Sunday.
All right. Perfect.
Get an
Thank
Uber
you.
ride or Lyft, whatever it is, or your teenager that just got that, car.
Actually, they're very smart because they tell you right away, bring a designated driver or an Uber.
So we want to thank Copper Cane for coming here and supporting us and providing these beautiful wines. Thank you to Trevor for his terrific presentations. We appreciate their partnership. And again, we couldn't do it without Dad. Trevor's being shy, so let's point over here at Trevor.
So thank you
Don't you?
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is Chinglish.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Trevor, want to say something?
Thank you, Vicky.
All right. Thank you.